You know what nothing feels like.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I live.
Hey to all my YouTube subscribers. So here I'm gonna make a vlog on the Expendables 2. So has anyone already watched the Expendables 2? It already came out August of last month, and it was the #1 movie I think for 2 weeks, but I think it was #1 for a third week, but it got beaten out by The Possession. Possession was the #1 movie from last week, so the Expendables went to #3. And then #2 movie was Lawless, the one with Shia LaBeouf. But the Expendables 2, it was #1 for the first week. It made 28.5 million. I forgot how much it made for the second week, but this is how much it made. It was 28.5 million for the Expendables 2 for the first week. So has anyone watched the Expendables 2? So I'm just here to make a vlog talking about the Expendables 2. We had a lot of good people in that movie, a lot of great action heroes. The new characters from that movie was Chuck Norris, Van Damme, Jean-Claude Van Damme, and then they also brought more of Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis. But the thing is, they were too short in that movie. It's like they didn't bring that much. Like they were too short. It was like from the first one, similar to the first one, Arnold and Bruce Willis didn't show that much of them, but they were shown a little bit from the beginning and then later to the end where they fight. And then Van Damme, well, he was a badass in that movie. I loved him playing as the bad guy. And then Chuck Norris, he was there short. It was like really short. It's like they didn't show that much of them. So has anyone watched the Expendables 2? Like, give me a comment what you thought about the movie, if anyone saw the movie. And there's also going to be a third movie, I hope. It's definitely true, there is going to be a third one. And then I'm hearing Van Damme will come back for the third one. I think Sylvester Stallone is wanting Van Damme to come back to play another bad guy. Maybe it said that he'll play a twin brother from Van Damme from the part 2. But spoiler alert: Van Damme does die in the Expendables 2 because he's the bad guy. So probably in the third one, maybe he'll play in the third one, maybe he'll play a bad guy again. I think they're twin brother. That's from what I'm hearing. But I'm thinking he should be the good guy. Like he'll be part of the Expendables team, but it's not gonna be probably. He'll probably get revenge on Van Damme. Van Damme's character the twin brother will probably get revenge on Sylvester Stallone for killing his brother. That's my prediction. And who should be in the Expendables 3? I think Expendables 3 they should bring Steven Seagal. Like they should have him be the bad guy. But I'm hearing he might not want to join the Expendables 3 because it's saying that he doesn't like Van Damme. I don't know why those two have a rivalry. Maybe they don't like each other. But they should bring Steven Seagal should come to the Expendables 3. It's all legend characters being in that movie. And the thing is, when you watch the Expendables 2, they don't even show that much of Jet Li. Jet Li was only shown from the beginning and that was it. Because I'm thinking maybe the character of Jet Li was taking a break on vacation. But he doesn't show that much in part 2, in case you're a fan of Jet Li. He wasn't shown that much in that movie. I wish they showed it more. But it was really short. From out of the Expendables 2, I did like the action scenes from that movie. I love the confrontation, the fighting scene between Van Damme and Sylvester Stallone. That was my favorite from the movie, but mostly the action. And then also, there was a lot of funny stuff in that movie. So if you guys watch that movie, you'll also laugh while watching that movie because it's only action that's also like kind of funny, like a little bit comedy in it. So remember, go watch the Expendables 2 if you guys haven't seen it. It's definitely a good action movie with all the legends and the characters in that movie. With the Stallone, Willis. Who else was in that movie? It's like a lot of legends. Schwarzenegger. I don't know, I think all of them, but just watch the movie. See that movie. It's like all characters combined in that movie. All legends. I know I'm leaving out some characters from that movie, but just you already know who's in that movie. Just naming only the main people in that movie. I know probably people didn't like the Expendables because probably it was like maybe too boring probably. But hey, if you're not a fan of these action hero guys, then don't watch it. If you're not a fan, because Expendables 2 was really kind of better. It's kind of like a little bit better than the first one, but I think to be honest, I like both of them. Part 1 and Part 2 was the best. So who do you think will, since this might be all talking about the Expendables 2, who do you guys think will come back for the third one? Like, will we still see Jet Li come back for the third one? And of course, all the original characters will come back. And of course, yeah, maybe Van Damme will play twin brother of his character, the brother being Van Damme's original character from the Part 2. But I really want to see Steven Seagal in that movie. But I'm hearing these are maybe the possible characters that will come for the Expendables 3. Clint Eastwood, Nicolas Cage, John Travolta, Wesley Snipes. I'm hearing Taylor Lautner. Maybe he can be maybe a young one, just like Liam Hemsworth did from the Part 2. Who else? Who else should be there? Well, of course, Steven Seagal should be there. I think they should bring Mel Gibson and Danny Glover because they're considered also legends too. And then Jackie Chan should come back. And I think they should definitely bring back Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris was in that movie a lot. I hope he does come. I hope he does return. I hope Stallone does ask him. He asked Chuck Norris to come back for the third one. And also who else? Oh yeah, Mickey Rourke. I think he's gonna come back for the third one. Remember, Mickey Rourke didn't come back in the second one, so it's gonna be pretty awesome if he comes back for the third one. And they should definitely bring The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. They should let him be part of the Expendables 3. Maybe bring Goldberg in that movie. Goldberg should be in that movie. They bring some WWE superstars after Stone Cold did appear in the first one, but he died. What else? I think that's basically it, but just tell me what you guys thought about the Expendables 2, if you guys have seen it, and who do you guys, like, if you were to name, like, who do you want to see in the Expendables 3, like, if you were to pick which legend action heroes would you want to see, like, how many, and who do you want to see in the Expendables 3, like, if you were to pick, who do you want to see in the Expendables 3? But definitely, they should bring a lot of good action heroes, because there's a lot of action heroes that Stallone should bring in the Expendables 3. So I'm hearing they might bring the Expendables 3 maybe 2014, maybe 2 years apart, just like what they did from 2010, the Expendables 1, and then 2 years later, Expendables 2, from this year, 2012. So probably 2014 is for the third one. I really want them to make maybe at least up to 6 trilogies of these movies, Expendables. I don't want it to end after the third one. I think Sylvester Stallone should keep going, maybe make it up to at least 6 movies of that, the Expendables, make it all combined, make it maybe a 6 trilogy. Because I don't want it after the third one to end. I think it's gonna be done for the Expendables 3. I think they should go at least maybe up to 6. So this is my vlog from the Expendables 2, giving my reaction and talking about the movie, and making my next vlog on my prediction on how will Jason exit, how he'll exit his character Steve Burning, on how Jason will exit General Hospital. So that's my next vlog. I'll be definitely talking about that after this vlog. So next vlog is talking about General Hospital. So comment and subscribe, and definitely comment what you guys thought about the Expendables 2. This is my vlog on the Expendables 2, just making a vlog reaction by talking about the movie.
I love you.
I love you. Always.